How you going? I've decided to start something new, and I was going to call it Good Morning Messages, but then I realised that for my friends overseas, it would probably be later at night or in the afternoon when you get these. So I thought I'd call it Bedtime Tarot, and that way, whether you're waking up or going to sleep, you can have a little tarot message from the crazy woman who likes to do her reading straight out of bed with no makeup and bed hair and her dog beside her. So, you know, that's what I thought I'd do this year. Just for something a little bit crazy. Now, you will notice, probably, unless you're drunk, that the camera might jiggle up and down a bit. So that's because it's tied to the end of the bed. Anyway, that sounded really bad. Maybe children shouldn't watch this. Let's get into the tarot reading for today. Okay, at the bottom of the deck we've got long dark moon, long night moon, darkness. Little rabbit sitting there. Oh, a little rabbit. And extremes. That's what we're going through in Australia at the moment. 1 minute it's freezing cold and the next minute it's boiling hot. And nourishment. So basically, the last couple of years have been years of extremes. We've had extreme weather events. We've had extreme changes to society as we know it. We've had a lot of depression going on because of the new situations that we're unsure of. And so for a lot of us, it's been a dark night of the soul. And we're still not kind of sure. Like in Australia, we've got a couple of days where no masks and no signing codes are okay. And then within 2 days, no, you've got to go back to masks and signing codes. And so I think with the nourishment card down the bottom, it's all about treating ourselves well, looking after ourselves well and what we're growing and nurturing. I think that's the most important thing at the moment, is really looking after ourselves so that it doesn't matter where we are, it doesn't matter what we're going through. It doesn't matter what's happening around us. We in ourselves are nurtured and whole and centered. It's really important for us to stay centered. So at the bottom of the deck, we've got the sun. Good morning. How are you this morning? The sun's coming up. And for the first reading, I've used the Moon and Stars Tarot and the Queen of the Moon Oracle, just, you know, because it's a bit of a, that's when you're in bed usually. So we've got the sun, which in this deck is called Positivity. We've got the Two of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, the Devil, and Death. Page of Wands for lovers, Seven of Pentacles, and Five of Wands. Yep. Okay. So, the current situation is the sun. Positivity. New year. Happy New Year. Things are looking up. Love New Year's. I love new weeks. I love new months. I love the hope and possibility of the new. Physically, Two of Pentacles in your physical environment, things are good. They're all balanced. You're feeling like you've got this. Okay, I'm going to start this year, and I think I've got it. I think I'm got the flow finally. Mentally, Queen of Wands, yes, fired up, passionate, got ideas. It's almost like I've got my mojo back. Let's go. Once I get out of bed, let's go. Emotionally, though, you've got the Devil. Now, we're in Capricorn time, but this could, in the bottom of the card, it says obsession. It could, you know, New Year's resolutions and I'm going to do this, grand gestures and grand ideas. Be careful that the obsession to do those isn't based on a need, an attachment to something, or an attachment to the need to break away from something. Watch your emotional involvement in what you're choosing to do, because spiritually you've got the ending, a death of some kind, a transformation of some kind. You're releasing something in order to progress into this new. It's easier to take it step by step by step and basically learn how to swim before you dive in the deep end. So with your obsession to do this, just kind of let the obsession go and focus on the why. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to move forward? Why do you want to do whatever you're going to do? I'm sorry if the bouncing is making you sick, so I hope you're not watching this with a hangover. What you're not seeing is the Page of Wands, which is right underneath the Queen of Wands. And this is talking about what it is that you really want. What is it that you really want to create? Not some big idea of I'm going to lose 10 kilos in a week. Instead of doing that, how about we go, I'm going to live a healthier life. I'm going to be more nurturing to myself. I'm going to nourish myself more and look after myself better. That kind of what is it that can release the obsession and look to the long-term benefit, the long-term change and release. And your higher self is coming out with the Lover's card, and down the bottom you see it has decisions. How are you going to balance your masculine and feminine energies? What decisions are you going to make that will be good for you long term? How is your future self going to look back and go, yes, that's what we wanted to do. That's what we needed to do. Go you. The advice is 7 of Pentacles. Go slow. 7 of Pentacles is patience, and in this card it's vision. What's your long-term vision? Are you going to nurture and nourish it? Are you going to watch it grow? Are you going to be patient as it grows and as you see your own development with it? That's the advice, is do it. Get your foundations and your roots really well established as you grow. Kind of like this. The outcome is the 5 of Wands, which is why, shockingly, I decided to pull a few more cards, because when we create change, when we choose to insert a new routine, a new dynamic, a new way of doing things, then there is a little bit of chaos around, because we get challenged, people around us don't like it, we wonder if we're doing the right thing. Then there's, just today, it doesn't matter today, I'll just do this today. So there's this mental internal chaos going on. The Seven of Wands and the Justice card asks you to keep your boundaries firm, keep your decisions in place, keep the structure that you have implemented working for you. Capricorn's ruled by Saturn, which is very structured and routine and step by step. And Justice is balanced. Keep your heart as light as a feather while you're doing this. Don't let your own decisions drag you back down into the mud, into the Five of Wands energy. See it as not losing something, not having something taken away, but gaining something. What are you going to gain from this? What's going to come in for you that you never expected? What are the endless possibilities for you from choosing what you're choosing now? And at the bottom of that, it's got the truth, which is being honest with yourself. You cannot be honest with other people if you aren't honest with yourself first. You are the most important person to be honest with, because if you're truly honest with you, then you can be honest with everybody else. You're okay with being vulnerable because you've seen it in yourself, and you acknowledge it within yourself. It's like saying, yes, okay, here you go. When you get pulled up by a policeman and you've been speeding, let's use me. By the time the policeman gets to my car, not that this has happened for many, many years, but remember, just, I don't do this anymore. But in the past, a long time ago, if I was ever pulled up by a policeman for speeding, I would have my license ready to go before they got to the door, before they asked for it, because I knew I was. I acknowledged that I was, and I took the consequences. Do you know you were speeding, madam? Yes, I do, and I'm sorry for it. Here you go, here's my license. It worked better because they were appreciative of me telling the truth. I was being true to myself by acknowledging my choices and my responsibility for what I'd done. And most of the time, they wouldn't make a big deal of it because I'd been so open about it. Had I lied and cheated my way, they would have gone, mate, we know you were speeding. You know you were speeding. Don't bullshit us. Just, cop it on the chin. Don't crap on about this stuff. So being honest with yourself is one of the most important things to do. And that will help you see what it is you really want. See what will bring you happiness. And remember that when you're being pulled back by the devil energy. At the end is going to bring you truth. This is the clear card. This is she who says, ask me your questions or answer my questions. This is the one who says, all right, I'm seeking the truth, I'm seeking the answers, let's look at me and mine. I think this is beautiful. I think this is a really nice energy to come into the new year, and I hope you enjoy your new year. Let me know what you think about bedtime tarot and the to see it as it is kind of reading. All right, my loves, I love you lots, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.